Here are 4 steps for creating a translation glossary. I must say that in some cases, 1 or even 2 steps presented here may be omitted, and but still, the full process is this. First, to choose. Extract a list of technical terms from the document that you want to include in your glossary. Terms range from product names to abbreviations to frequently used common words. In addition to technical terms, a glossary may also include names, trademarks terms, or acronyms. So I would like to repeat all frequently used words or keywords. They may not be used so very much in the text, but they are keywords and they are names of the sections and the names of the chapters. They should be in the glossary for all translators and yourself be able to use them in the same way. After identifying the terms, the glossary is to be reviewed. Some terms should stay, some go, and some added. Glossaries are meant to be a translation aid, so you don't want to add an overwhelming amount of content. It's what I've already mentioned. Consider only including what is directly related to the project, and it isn't. Actually translate. So first we have this list of terms. Then following the review, terms go through the traditional translation process based on the research method. I will tell you about the research method in the next lecture, but now I'd like to mention that translating terms, we take into consideration the domain, the context, and the style of the source text. One of the main features of terminology is that we avoid synonymity, choosing just one equivalent for each term in a certain meaning. If you divide this verb, distribute these to steps between 2 different people. For example, you ask your client to send a list of important terms they think that should be translated consistently. Sometimes it is possible, sometimes not. But actually, these 2 steps will be different. I know people who like writing down all the terms and then work on the translation, but still I remind you that while working on translation of terms, we need to consult with the text itself. We cannot just translate word to word, expression to expression, otherwise we'll miss the point and the equivalent will not be correct. And step 4, if several translators are in the team. If this translation is to be published, then we need a reviser, which is another person who knows both languages and who reads the translation, comparing it with the source text, and works on the style and combinability of words and the looking for omissions in translation, which sometimes happens, and so on and so forth. And reviewers are also sometimes included in the process, and they are experts in the field who do not know the source language, and they just read the translation and say if everything is clearly understood, if all the logical connections are followed, and if the experts are able to work with this text later on. And also, especially for publishing a book, proofreaders are also involved in the process. And I must say that a reviser and a proofreader, theoretically, they, okay, it may be one person, but this person should read the translation twice, first looking for stylistic lexical, grammatical mistakes or some not very some poor choices, and to recommend something to the translator. But then the same person, if this person is asked to be a proofreader as well, goes back to the beginning and checks spelling and punctuation, which are different. It is just different type of mental work, and different focuses are made. But the main thing here is that this glossary should be distributed among all the participants of the translation process and all the members of the translation project.